Another thing that I do is I keep all faders at 0. So this is definitely a technique that's worth explaining to people for gain staging purposes.
There's some gain staging questions too, so this is great.
Every fader is at 0, and then I adjust the output on a plugin or through clip gain. But I think, and this has been proven in earlier Pro Tools versions. I'm not sure if they've sorted this out, but I think Pro Tools sounds better, and getting the full resolution, the full 32-bit resolution when your faders are at 0 at Unity. I think that's the way it sounds best. So I don't ever move a fader over 0. So what that means is you have to fix gain structure. If someone's sending me a session, if it's if the fader's at +6, and then the track itself, if I look at the thing and it's clip gained to -12, I'm going to do this is quick math for everybody. I'm going to bring it up to -6 on the clip gain and then bring the fader down to 0. Now, that is very basic. That is if there's no processing on the track itself. Once there's processing on the track, the clip gain amount, the level, the input is now going to affect that plugin, that processing. So if you have a distortion plugin, a saturator, a limiter, a compressor, the way you change that input now is going to fuck with the way that the person, the producer, the previous engineer intended on making that plugin sound. So you have to be mindful of that, meaning maybe you change the output of the plugin down down -6, so you could put the fader down -6, right? So you have to see where in the gain staging process you can manipulate this, because you don't want to affect the input of a tool that's already implemented on the track.
Yeah, I think it would be great to find a resource that had a basic understanding of gain staging. I think the easiest way to do that would be to show it. I just learned it from working with Eric for years and years and making lots of mistakes for years and years before that. But the idea that there is a linear chain of events that leads to your mix bus output, and it starts with whatever the audio that's being recorded. But if you manipulate that going into a saturation plugin, you're obviously going to get more or less saturation.
Yes. So basically what I'm saying is some people, when they think gain structure, to get their overall mix to start with 6 dB of headroom to go to -6, they lower everything by 6. By doing that, you just lost all the vibe, because it's affecting the mix bus differently. So you have to be really particular with how you do it, and you have to go one sound, one track at a time, and there's math involved.
And this is when you are receiving a mix session which has plugins.
I'm going to sound stupid, but this is the whole point. Anyone do a pink noise fader mix after gain? What does that mean? I don't understand that.
Pink noise fader mix. Maybe it's to see if the equivalent input and output is the same.
That sounds unnecessary. Use your ears. I'm just saying, be mindful of gain staging. Wow, that's intense. Okay.
That is very intense. Looks like a mastering.
Cool. I just wanted to touch, I think gain staging's an hour, and we don't have an hour. It's like 10 years.
I was going to say, gain staging is a lot of time. That it's just important to understand conceptually what you're trying to achieve, and then there's so much nuance to
you want to maintain the feeling, keep intact the feeling that was presented to you as the mix engineer, but also at the same time, give yourself headroom to make moves. Give yourself headroom to make a decision that might enhance the record, enhance the intention. But in order to do that, you also have to maintain the vibe that was there. Doing a faders down mix and saying you're going to do it better, it's most likely a losing battle.